Welcome to our channel, Legends of Black Excellence. In today's video, we're diving deep into the lives of some of the most impactful Black legends who left us far too soon in the 21st century. From groundbreaking artists to warriors for justice, these icons shaped the world with their talents, courage, and resilience. But what is their true legacy, and why do their stories continue to inspire generations? Stay tuned as we explore the lasting impact of these extraordinary individuals and reflect on the powerful journeys they left behind. Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was more than just an actor. He was a symbol of strength, grace, and inspiration. Born on November 29, 1976, in South Carolina, he quickly became one of the most beloved stars of his generation, leaving behind an unforgettable legacy before his untimely death in 2020. Boseman rose to worldwide prominence for his portrayal of King T'Challa in Marvel's Black Panther. The film wasn't just a commercial success, but a cultural phenomenon that celebrated African heritage and Black excellence. Boseman brought dignity and depth to the character, turning T'Challa into a global icon of empowerment. However, Boseman's talents went far beyond Wakanda. His extraordinary ability to embody real-life legends like Jackie Robinson in 42, James Brown in Get On Up, and Thurgood Marshall in Marshall proved his versatility. In every role, Boseman captured the complexity of his characters with authenticity and soul. What made his story even more remarkable was his silent battle with colon cancer, which he kept private from the public. Diagnosed in 2016, he continued to take on physically demanding roles in films despite undergoing surgeries and treatments. His strength and dedication were evident in performances such as Da 5 Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, the latter earning him a posthumous Oscar nomination. This resilience, in the face of adversity, left a deep impact on millions around the world, especially young Black fans who looked up to him as a role model. Chadwick Boseman passed away on August 28, 2020, at the age of 43, surrounded by his loved ones. His death marked a tremendous loss to the world, leaving a void in the entertainment industry and beyond. Boseman was not only a talented actor but also a cultural icon who sparked hope, pride, and perseverance in everyone he touched. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was more than just a musician. He was a global phenomenon, earning the title of the King of Pop. His talent, creativity, and unparalleled influence revolutionized music and performance, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, Michael's journey to stardom began early with his brothers in the group the Jackson 5. His distinctive voice and mesmerizing dance moves captivated audiences, laying the foundation for his solo career, which catapulted him to superstardom. Albums like Thriller, Bad, and Dangerous shattered records and set new standards for pop music. Thriller remains the best-selling album of all time, with iconic tracks like Billie Jean and Beat It becoming anthems that transcended generations. Michael's signature move, the moonwalk, and his groundbreaking music videos elevated performance art to new heights. His artistry was not only about entertainment, he used his platform to raise awareness about crucial issues, advocating for unity and healing through songs like Heal the World and Black or White. Despite his success, Michael's life was marked by controversies and health challenges, especially in his later years. The intense scrutiny from the media took a toll on him, and his personal struggles became widely publicized. Tragically, Michael Jackson passed away on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50, due to cardiac arrest caused by an overdose of propofol. His death shocked the world, and his passing left a void that can never be filled. Fans mourned the loss of a true legend, a musical genius whose influence continues to resonate long after his untimely departure. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was an iconic figure in the world of music, known for a voice that resonated deep within the hearts of her listeners. Her vocal power was so extraordinary that it could send chills down your spine. Born on August 9, 1963, in Newark, New Jersey, Whitney became one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Her voice was not just a marvel of range and tone, but it carried an emotional weight that made every song unforgettable. Her career soared in the 1980s with the release of her self-titled debut album, which featured hits like How Will I Know and Greatest Love of All. These tracks showcased her ability to connect with audiences on a deep level. By the 1990s, Whitney reached even greater heights with I Will Always Love You, a song from the movie The Bodyguard. This song became an anthem, cementing her status as a global music icon and showcasing her talent as both a singer and actress. Whitney's voice was a perfect blend of strength and magic, captivating listeners around the world. Her impressive career earned her 6 Grammy Awards and sales exceeding 200 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling artists in music history. Despite her unparalleled success, Whitney faced personal struggles, battling addiction for years, which impacted both her health and career. The world was left in shock when, on February 11, 2012, Whitney was found dead in a hotel bathtub. Her death was ruled as accidental drowning, with heart disease and drug use contributing factors. Her passing was a tragic loss, not only to the music industry but to her millions of fans worldwide. Whitney Houston's legacy as a powerful voice and a true artist endures, but her untimely death leaves a profound sense of loss, leaving the world wondering what more she could have shared with us. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was not just a basketball player, he was an icon whose talent and unwavering determination inspired millions across the world. Born on August 23, 1978, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Kobe's passion for basketball was clear from an early age. His extraordinary talent and drive led him to the NBA right after high school, a rare achievement that only a few could dream of. Over his 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe became one of the greatest basketball stars of all time, earning the nickname Black Mamba for his intense focus and on-court skills. With 5 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVP awards, and a regular season MVP in 2008, Kobe cemented his legacy as one of the most accomplished players in history. His fadeaway jumper, acrobatic dunks, and relentless work ethic captivated fans worldwide. Off the court, Kobe was a devoted father and a passionate mentor to young athletes. He cherished time spent with his daughters, especially his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, who shared his love for basketball. Kobe found immense joy in coaching Gianna's basketball team, nurturing the next generation of players. Tragically, Kobe and Gianna were among 9 victims who lost their lives in a helicopter crash on January 26, 2020. The news of their sudden deaths shattered the world, leaving millions grieving for the loss of a sports legend and the beloved daughter he cherished so deeply. Kobe's impact extended far beyond the basketball court. He was a symbol of excellence, perseverance, and love. His legacy will live on, inspiring countless individuals to push the boundaries of their potential. Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was not just a singer, she was the Queen of Soul, whose voice could inspire, spark change, and bring joy to millions. Born on March 25, 1942, in Memphis, Tennessee, Aretha's musical journey began in the church, singing gospel under the guidance of her preacher father. Her natural talent was evident from an early age, and she soon became one of the greatest artists in music history. Aretha's career took flight in the 1960s with iconic hits like Respect, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, and Think. These weren't just chart toppers, they became anthems for empowerment, civil rights, and women's rights. Her voice, rich with emotion and power, made every lyric resonate deeply. Over the course of her illustrious career, Aretha won 18 Grammy Awards and was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Her music blended gospel, soul, and pop, creating a unique sound that was truly her own. But Aretha was more than just a performer. She was a cultural icon, breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations. Despite her fame, she faced numerous personal challenges, including health struggles, but her dedication to her craft never wavered. Even in the later years of her life, her performances continued to awe audiences. Aretha Franklin passed away from pancreatic cancer on August 16, 2018, at the age of 76. Her death marked the end of an era, yet her influence continues to live on in timeless music that transcends generations. Her legacy as a powerful voice and an unwavering force for change will never be forgotten. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is undoubtedly one of the most iconic figures in the fight for justice and equality, not just in politics but as a symbol of hope and forgiveness. Born on July 18, 1918, in a small village in South Africa, Mandela's unwavering resolve to fight against the deeply entrenched system of racial segregation became his life's mission. His commitment to equality and freedom led him to co-found the African National Congress Youth League, where he championed the struggle against apartheid laws. Mandela was arrested in 1962 for his involvement in the movement and was sentenced to life imprisonment. He spent an agonizing 27 years behind bars, yet he never wavered in his pursuit of a free and unified South Africa. When he was finally released in 1990, it marked the dawn of a new era for the nation, one rooted in reconciliation and peace. 4 years later, in 1994, Mandela was elected as South Africa's first black president, symbolizing the triumph of justice and the end of decades of systemic oppression. Mandela's presidency was characterized by healing, as he chose forgiveness over retribution, focusing on uniting a fractured country. His remarkable ability to forgive his oppressors and advocate for national unity earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. A global icon, Mandela became synonymous with peace, equality, and perseverance, touching millions of hearts with his commitment to human rights. Even after retiring from politics, Mandela continued to push for justice, championing causes like education and human rights through his foundation. Nelson Mandela passed away on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95, leaving behind a monumental legacy. His passing marked the end of an era, but his spirit and values continue to inspire people around the world to strive for equality, justice, and peace. Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson was more than just an actress. She was a trailblazer who reshaped Hollywood for black women. Born on December 19, 1924, in Harlem, New York, Tyson grew up with a dream to make a difference, and indeed, she did. Tyson's career began in the 1950s, but it was in the 1970s that she truly left her mark on the world. Known for her powerful, dignified roles, she became an icon for representing black women with strength and grace on the big screen. Her breakthrough came with the 1972 film Sounder, which earned her an Academy Award nomination for portraying a resilient sharecropper's wife. Tyson had a strict principle: she would only take roles that portrayed black women with dignity and strength, which was a rare and bold choice at the time. One of her most memorable performances came in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, where she portrayed a former slave living through over a century of history. This role earned her 2 Emmy Awards and solidified her status as a Hollywood legend. Even as she aged, Tyson continued to influence the entertainment industry with unforgettable performances in Roots, The Help, and How to Get Away with Murder. Her acting was not just a career, it was a form of advocacy, and she became a symbol of perseverance and dignity. Cicely Tyson's impact extended beyond her roles. She became a role model for generations of black women who dared to dream big and achieve greatness. Her contributions were recognized with numerous accolades, including an honorary Oscar and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Cicely Tyson passed away on January 28, 2021, at the age of 96. Her passing marked the loss of a monumental figure in both film and society, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire for generations. Prince. Prince was not just a musician, he was a revolutionary force who redefined what it meant to be an artist. Born on June 7, 1958, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Prince Rogers Nelson was a creative powerhouse capable of doing it all: singing, playing multiple instruments, composing, and producing music. His boundless talent and distinctive style made him one of the most influential musicians in history. Prince's rise to superstardom came in the 1980s with monumental hits like When Doves Cry, Kiss, and Purple Rain, both the song and the movie, catapulting him to international fame almost overnight. His flamboyant fashion choices, electrifying performances, and innovative sound set trends that transcended generations. Prince was known for blending rock, funk, pop, and R&B into a timeless, universal sound that resonated with fans worldwide. He earned 7 Grammy Awards, an Oscar for Purple Rain, and sold over 100 million records. But Prince was more than just a musical genius, he was a visionary who fought for artists' rights. He famously changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol in protest against his record label, demanding artistic freedom. Despite his fame, Prince kept his personal life largely private, focusing instead on his music and charitable efforts. On April 21, 2016, the world was stunned by the news of Prince's passing at the age of 57 due to an accidental fentanyl overdose. His death left a void in the music world that can never truly be filled. Prince's legacy, however, lives on through his groundbreaking work, which continues to inspire musicians and fans alike. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was not merely a boxer, he was a symbol of strength, resilience, and justice that transcended the world of sports. Born on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky, Ali became one of the most remarkable figures the world has ever seen. He began boxing at the age of 12 after his bicycle was stolen, and by the age of 18, he had already won an Olympic gold medal in 1960. Known as the greatest, Ali revolutionized boxing with his unparalleled speed, agility, and confidence. His matches were more than sporting events, they were theatrical displays of skill and heart. Who could forget the legendary Rumble in the Jungle with George Foreman or the Thriller in Manila with Joe Frazier? Ali didn't just win titles, he made history by becoming the first fighter to win the heavyweight championship 3 times. Yet his impact extended far beyond the boxing ring. Ali was a man who stood firm in his beliefs, even when it cost him everything. When the Vietnam War was raging, he refused to enlist due to his religious convictions and opposition to the war, which led to him being stripped of his titles and banned from fighting for several years. However, this bold stance only solidified his role as a champion of civil rights and justice. In his later years, Ali fought bravely against Parkinson's disease with the same determination he showed in the ring. On June 3, 2016, the world lost this legend at the age of 74. Millions mourned the passing of a man whose legacy was defined not just by his athletic prowess but by his humanity, his heart, and his unwavering commitment to what he believed was right. Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was more than just a poet, she was a fierce advocate for the voiceless and a passionate champion of justice. Born on April 4, 1928, in St. Louis, Missouri, her childhood was marked by hardship and resilience. Raised by her grandmother, Angelou endured numerous traumas and periods of poverty but never allowed these struggles to define her. In 1969, Angelou's literary career took a defining turn with her groundbreaking memoir I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This powerful narrative chronicled her early life, touching on themes of race, identity, and survival. The book was groundbreaking, offering an intimate perspective of a Black woman's experience in America, paving the way for other Black authors to share their stories. Throughout her life, Angelou wrote 7 memoirs, volumes of poetry, plays, and essays, intertwining personal experiences with sharp social commentary and universal themes of hope and strength. Her poem Still I Rise became an anthem for empowerment, inspiring countless individuals to stand tall in the face of adversity. Angelou was also deeply involved in the civil rights movement, working alongside leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, documenting the injustices she witnessed and fighting for equality and justice. Maya Angelou passed away on May 28, 2014, at the age of 86, leaving behind a monumental legacy. Her death marked the loss of a giant in literature and activism, but her words continue to resonate across generations, reminding us to rise above challenges and stand up for what is right. James Brown. James Brown, often hailed as the "Godfather of Soul," was a musical legend who reshaped the landscape of modern music. Born on May 3, 1933, in Barnwell, South Carolina, his early life was filled with hardship, but it laid the foundation for his fierce stage presence and visionary artistry. Brown's journey to greatness was far from easy. He spent over 5 years in prison before fully embracing his passion for music. After years of struggle, his undeniable talent was finally recognized, and he soon became a global phenomenon. James Brown's live performances were nothing short of electrifying, marked by his boundless energy, sharp dance moves, and powerful vocals. His unique blend of soul, funk, R&B, and jazz created an iconic sound that would leave an indelible mark on the music industry. Songs like I Got You, I Feel Good, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, and Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, became anthems of empowerment, resonating with generations of fans. Brown didn't just change music, He helped redefine the cultural landscape, breaking barriers for black artists and laying the groundwork for future generations in music. His influence is felt in every genre, from pop to hip-hop, with the signature funk sound that remains synonymous with his name. However, despite his monumental success, Brown's life was not without its challenges. He faced personal struggles and controversies throughout his career, but his talent and drive never waned. On December 25, 2006, the world lost this musical giant when James Brown passed away from heart failure at the age of 73. His death marked the end of an era in music, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire musicians and fans alike. His groundbreaking contributions to music and culture will forever be remembered. Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was not just a rapper, he was a visionary, an entrepreneur, and a leader whose impact reached far beyond music. Born on August 15, 1985, in Los Angeles, California, his upbringing in a tough neighborhood shaped his character and fueled his drive for success. Nipsey's music was deeply personal, focusing on themes of overcoming adversity, financial independence, and the importance of community unity. His debut studio album, Victory Lap, was widely acclaimed for its powerful message and raw authenticity, becoming a defining work in the hip-hop world. But Nipsey's legacy extended far beyond his musical career. He dedicated much of his time and resources to uplifting his community. He invested in local businesses, creating jobs and opportunities, and was a strong advocate for education, often supporting programs aimed at empowering young people. Nipsey embodied the idea of giving back, using his success to make a tangible difference in the lives of others. His influence was felt not only through his music but also through his activism and unwavering commitment to improving the lives of those around him. Tragically, on March 31, 2019, Nipsey Hussle's life was cut short when he was shot outside his clothing store, the Marathon Clothing, in Los Angeles. His death sent shockwaves through the world, particularly the hip-hop community and his hometown of Los Angeles. Nipsey's untimely passing left a gaping hole. As he had become more than just a rapper, he was a beacon of hope and a symbol of resilience. His legacy continues to inspire people to not only chase their dreams but to give back to their communities and uplift those around them. Phife Dawg. Phife Dawg, born Malik Isaac Taylor on November 20, 1970, was a central figure in the legendary hip-hop group A Tribe Called Quest. Known for his sharp lyricism and distinct voice, Phife played a pivotal role in shaping the sound of 90s hip-hop, blending jazz, funk, and conscious rap. As a member of A Tribe Called Quest, alongside Q-Tip, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and Jarobi White, Phife contributed to some of the most iconic albums in hip-hop history, including People's Instinctive Travels and The Paths of Rhythm and The Low End Theory. His rhymes were a blend of wit and wisdom, tackling personal struggles, social issues, and a deep love for his cultural roots. Phife Dawg was more than just a skilled rapper. He became a voice for those who felt underrepresented in mainstream rap. His humor and relatability made him a beloved figure, bringing a sense of accessibility to hip-hop while addressing the realities of life in his lyrics. His influence was felt not only in the music but in the culture that A Tribe Called Quest helped cultivate, a culture of intellectualism, authenticity, and artistic freedom. Tragically, Phife's life was cut short when he passed away on March 22, 2016, at the age of 45, due to complications from diabetes, a disease he had battled for years. His untimely death left a void in the hip-hop community and in the hearts of his fans worldwide. Phife Dawg's contributions to the genre and his role in defining a golden era of hip-hop will always be remembered, but the loss of his presence, wit, and wisdom remains a source of deep regret for all who admired him. Ruby Dee. Ruby Dee was a remarkable force in both the arts and the fight for justice, an actress, activist, and writer whose influence spanned across decades. Born on October 27, 1922, in Cleveland, Ohio, Ruby began her acting career at a young age and went on to become a beloved figure in Hollywood and beyond. She gained widespread recognition for her powerful performances on stage and screen, with standout roles in A Raisin in the Sun and The Jackie Robinson Story. Ruby's ability to breathe life into her characters with depth, emotion, and authenticity earned her numerous accolades and cemented her place in the annals of entertainment history. However, Ruby Dee was far more than an actress. She was a trailblazer who passionately fought for civil rights alongside her late husband, actor and activist Ossie Davis. Together, they formed a dynamic duo, advocating for racial equality and social change in the Black community. Their shared commitment to social justice extended beyond the silver screen, as Ruby was actively involved in marches, protests, and charitable events aimed at improving the lives of African Americans. Ruby Dee's legacy is one of artistic excellence and unwavering dedication to the causes she believed in. She used her platform to amplify voices of the oppressed, inspiring countless individuals to follow her example. When Ruby Dee passed away on June 11, 2014, at the age of 91, the world lost not only a legendary performer but also a fearless advocate for equality and justice. Her absence is deeply felt by all who admired her artistry and her tireless work in the fight for a better world. John Lewis. John Lewis was a true civil rights hero, whose life embodied the struggle for justice and equality. Born on February 21, 1940, in Alabama, he grew up in the racially segregated South, witnessing firsthand the injustice faced by African Americans. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Lewis dedicated himself to the cause of change. He believed in peaceful protest and stood firm for justice, even in the face of violence and hatred. In the 1960s, Lewis emerged as one of the most prominent voices in the civil rights movement. He was a key figure in the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, and was involved in significant events like the Freedom Rides and the March on Washington. His most iconic moment came on Bloody Sunday, March 7, 1965, when he and other activists were brutally beaten by police while marching across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, advocating for voting rights. Despite the violence they endured, John and his fellow demonstrators refused to back down. Their courage paved the way for the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, one of the most transformative laws in American history. Lewis's commitment to justice extended far beyond his work as an activist. For over 3 decades, he served as a U.S. congressman, representing Georgia, where he continued to fight for equality, fair wages, and better health care for the underserved. His work as a legislator further cemented his legacy as a champion for civil rights. John Lewis passed away on July 17, 2020, after a battle with pancreatic cancer. His death marked the loss of an iconic leader who had dedicated his life to making America a better place for all. His passing left an indelible mark on the nation, and his legacy as a voice for justice will continue to inspire future generations. George Floyd. The tragic death of George Floyd on May 25, 2020, marked a pivotal moment in the fight for racial equality. Born on October 14, 1973, in Fayetteville, North Carolina, George's life was tragically cut short when Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin kneeled on his neck for over 9 minutes during an arrest. The video footage of his death sparked global outrage, leading to widespread protests and a surge in the Black Lives Matter movement. These protests were not only for George Floyd but for every black life lost to racial violence. His murder ignited a major global conversation about police brutality, systemic racism, and the urgent call for change. Floyd's death became a catalyst for a renewed demand for justice, shedding light on the long-standing issues of racial inequality in America and across the world. His final moments, captured on video for all to see, became a symbol of the suffering faced by black people due to racial injustice. In April 2021, Chauvin was convicted of murder, but George Floyd's legacy lives on as a powerful symbol of resistance against oppression. His name became synonymous with the fight for justice and equal rights, inspiring people worldwide to stand against racial violence. George Floyd's untimely death left a permanent mark on society, highlighting the need for urgent reform in law enforcement and the fight for racial equality. The world continues to honor his memory as it seeks to dismantle systemic racism. His legacy remains a beacon of hope and determination, fueling the ongoing movement for justice and equality for all. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was a comedian and actor whose bold humor and larger-than-life personality brought laughter to countless people. Born on October 5, 1957, in Chicago, Bernie began his comedy career performing at local clubs, where his unique style, filled with honesty and charm, quickly quickly made him stand out. His comedic talent led to his breakthrough role in the hit television show The Bernie Mac Show, where he portrayed a fictionalized version of himself raising his sister's children. The show was beloved by audiences and earned him critical acclaim, along with numerous awards. Bernie's comedic style was distinctive, known for its raw, unapologetic edge, yet deeply relatable. He became a household name, not just for his television success, but also for his stand-up comedy, where he captured the essence of everyday life with a touch of irreverence and heart. His work touched on family dynamics, society's struggles, and personal experiences, all while making audiences laugh until they cried. Unfortunately, on August 9, 2008, Bernie Mac passed away from complications of pneumonia at the age of 50, cutting short the life of one of the most beloved figures in comedy. His death was a great loss to the entertainment world. Despite his passing, Bernie's legacy endures through his timeless work, inspiring a new generation of comedians. His humor continues to bring joy and reminds us of his unique ability to blend wit and vulnerability. Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison was a literary legend whose works resonated deeply with millions of readers. Born on February 18, 1931, in Lorain, Ohio, Morrison became one of the most influential voices in American literature. Her books, such as Beloved, Song of Solomon, and The Bluest Eye, captured the complexities of Black life in America, weaving themes of race, identity, and history into profound narratives. Morrison's writing not only explored the personal struggles of her characters but also provided powerful commentary on the societal systems that shaped their lives. In 1993, Toni Morrison made history as the first Black woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, a monumental achievement that solidified her place among the literary greats. Her work was groundbreaking in its exploration of African American experiences, and she became an iconic figure whose writing challenged readers to confront the harsh realities of race and history. Her death on August 5, 2019, at the age of 88, marked the end of an era in literature. The world lost one of its most brilliant voices, but Toni Morrison's legacy endures through her timeless works. Her books continue to inspire new generations of readers and writers, making her contributions to literature as relevant and important as ever. Toni Morrison was not just a storyteller, she was a champion of history, culture, and the power of words to transform the world. Aaliyah. Aaliyah was a shining star in the world of music, whose incredible talent was tragically cut short. Born on January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York, Aaliyah Dana Houghton, known mononymously as Aaliyah, became an iconic figure in pop and R&B. Her career began at a young age, and she quickly captivated audiences with her smooth vocals, captivating beauty, and infectious hits like Try Again and Are You That Somebody. Aaliyah earned the title of the Princess of R&B for her unique ability to blend seductive melodies with infectious rhythms, influencing an entire generation of music lovers. Her music was ahead of its time, seamlessly merging traditional R&B with futuristic sounds, and her influence on the genre remains undeniable. Despite her youth, Aaliyah left an indelible mark on the music world with her distinct voice and innovative approach. Her albums were not just collections of songs, but windows into a talent that was destined for greatness. Yet, on August 25, 2001, tragedy struck. Aaliyah, at just 22 years old, tragically lost her life in a plane crash while returning from a music video shoot. The sudden loss sent shockwaves through the world, leaving fans, family, and fellow artists devastated by the loss of one of the brightest stars in music. Aaliyah's death marked a heartbreaking moment in music history, robbing the world of the full potential of her artistry. Even after her passing, her music continues to resonate with fans, and her influence is felt in the work of artists who followed in her footsteps. While her life was tragically short, Aaliyah's legacy lives on through the timeless music she left behind, a testament to the talent that was stolen from us far too soon. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier was not just an actor, he was a trailblazer, a symbol of resilience, and a beacon of hope for many in the face of racial adversity. Born on February 20, 1927, in Miami, Florida, and raised in the Bahamas, Poitier's journey to Hollywood was one of determination and ambition. He made history in 1964 when he became the first black man to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Lilies of the Field. This monumental achievement not only broke barriers within the film industry but also made Poitier a living testament to the possibility of change in a deeply segregated society. Throughout his career, Poitier became known for his powerful performances in films like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and To Serve with Love, where he portrayed characters who challenged the status quo and confronted issues of race and inequality. Beyond his acting, Poitier used his influence to champion civil rights, often speaking out against racial injustice and discrimination. His legacy extended far beyond the silver screen. He became an icon for equality, dignity, and the pursuit of social justice. Poitier's passing on January 6, 2022, at the age of 94 marked the end of an era, leaving the world with a profound sense of loss. His contributions to both cinema and the fight for racial equality will forever resonate in the hearts of those who admired him. Though his physical presence is no longer with us, Sidney Poitier's legacy continues to inspire future generations of actors, activists, and anyone striving to make a difference in the world. The void left by his death is immeasurable, but his impact remains timeless. As we reflect on the incredible lives of these black legends, it's clear that their legacies continue to inspire and shape the world around us. Their stories remind us of the power of resilience, courage, and the fight for justice. We invite you to share your thoughts. Who has inspired you the most from today's video? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this tribute, don't forget to like the video and support us by subscribing to Legends of Black Excellence. Your engagement helps us continue sharing the powerful stories of those who changed history. Thank you for being part of this journey.